Welcome back to Allotment Diggers. Well, it's the 23rd of April today, 2023 for you time travellers. The sun's just come out, it has been raining. I've got a wet backside sat on this chair, but I want to show you what we've been doing in a moment in the middle greenhouse. It's all complete now, but what you're going to see me doing in a moment is getting all the trellis working. We're going to be digging the floor out. I tell you, the dust that it kicked up really made my chest put really bad, and I'm still suffering from it. I've got a really bad cough with it, and it was about 4 days ago we did this. But we, like I said, I got back this morning off the car boot. I bumped into a friend of mine who's got a nursery, and he had a load of flowers. He says, you interested? I says, oh, I won't mind some of them and some of them. So he says, well, what do you want? So I got these 6 lobelia trays of lobelia, and I got 5 trays of geraniums. I said, what do you want for him? He says, just give me a tenner. I mean, I've done him enough favours, and he was just glad to help me, to give me a treat. Like I said, I've done many a thing for him over the years. In fact, I offered him to give him, he wanted to give me for nothing, but I said, yeah, I said, got to take something. So I said, well, give me a tenner then. So that's what I settled on. Let me show you what I've actually got for a tenner. So I just popped back from the car boot sale, bumped into my mate who's selling hundreds, I mean thousands of trays of bedding plants, and talking to him. I said, do you want any? I said, I wouldn't mind a few. He says, what do you want? I said, well, give me 5 of them and I'll take 6 of them. I said, what do you want for them? He says, just give me a tenner. Now he's selling them for £2.50 each, and he's selling them for £2, so I don't know what that works out at. So hang on, £12.50 for them, 12 quid, that's £24.50. I said, well, it should have cost me £24.50. I paid a tenner. So it's not what you know, it's who you know. And I have got good friends. I do them all favours, every one of them. I've done him lots of favours over the years, and what comes around goes around. That's what I always say. You do people favours and they'll do them you back eventually. But yeah, these I'm going to be putting them into me hanging baskets, and I'm going to put them into some planters around the allotment. Right, I'm just going to get them. I'm going to put them in the greenhouse for now. I've got to find somewhere to put them in the greenhouse, and then we'll plant them out later, but not today. So we're going to be using them shortly to plant around the pond and all the hanging baskets. So that was a win. I didn't find any coins or anything like that on the car boots today. There was nothing there. It's been raining, so coin dealers will just keep away when it's like that. Anyway, back to what we've been doing on the allotment. So I'm going to show you now a sequence of eclipse. We even made an hedgehog ramp for the hedgehog tiggywinkle to come into the greenhouse at night to get something to eat. So I'm not going to show you me putting the tomatoes in yet. You'll see that in a couple of clips, but let me show you what we've been doing so far. Well guys, today we're going to do this side of the greenhouse. The only trouble is Buttercup is in the way. However, right at the very end of the greenhouse is some, you're going to knock it off, ain't you? There's some grapevines. I'm going to put them into these buckets, so it's going to be interesting how I do this. I've got to move the food, and I've got to dig the floor out, and I've got to put the compost in, and I've got to put the canes in, then I've got to put the halos in. Oh dear, I've not thought about this, have I? I think what I'm going to do first is dig the grapevines out. So they're the 2 grapevines. Got buds on them. So what I've got to do now start digging this out and then putting the compost in. I'm gonna have to move the bags out here outside. I can put 2 in the front greenhouse, but I'll be right back after I've finished cleared all this lot out here. Well guys, we're digging the floor out on this side now. I've just carted Buttercup, so I'm going to be quick with this compost where we're going to put it into the bed next to where the chickens are. So here we go. So that's the last bucket, what you see there. I'm going to level it all out now. We're going to have bloodfish and bone grow more. We're going to give the ground a good soaking. Then we're going to add the new compost on top of it. That's the plan. And hopefully before Buttercup comes back. Right, well we've got the bloodfish and bone in here, we've got the new compost in. I might stick another bag in yet. I'm going to get the halos now, and yeah, I might stick one more bag in, so I'm not going to bore you to death with that, but we'll come back when I got the halos, okay? So see you in a moment. Do you think she makes it up? Do you think she makes it up? Look at her there. I'm trying to get this side ollie the canes into the greenhouse, and she's there right in the bloody middle, isn't she? Oh, what's she like? The good news is it's not phased her in the slightest. She's got the food there, she's got the water. I've just got to stick the canes in there now. The canes are already in there, I just need to get the cable ties. I might have to nip to the car to get some as well, unless I've got some in this bag here. Oh, there we go. Got a few there. The guy, when I was buying these the other day, he says, £3 for them, mate. He said there's 200 of them there. I said, tell you what, I bet you a tenner there's 200 there. I said, if there ain't 200 there, £2. If there is 200, I'll give you a tenner. He said, just give me the £2, mate. There's about 100 in it. There's no way there's the 200 there. Fairly, but he said there's about 150. I said, yeah, maybe 100, maybe more. I'm not going to count them just to prove a point, but I did say there was 200. I'd give him a tenner. Ended up getting them for £2, so I'm going to be using them. Better get me scissors, aren't I, for cutting. Scissors. Oh, I'll get the other cable ties before I open that pack. Oh, we're sticking these cross members in now. So we stick them 1, 2 and 3. Now just cut these hanging bits off here so we don't get stuck in his eyes. Just leave enough so I can pull them with a pair of pliers. Don't take them right off. Sometimes they come a bit slack, so you can tighten them up. So there you go, folks. We've got the both sets of halos in there. We've got the trellis work up on both sides. Got tomatoes in this side. This side we're working on it. Buttercup's got a food there, a mat, water a bit further up. There's nothing changed except for the seating arrangement where she likes to sit. And to be quite honest with you, she prefers to sit on these mats or on that stool or when I'm sat down on me. But I will be coming back to put tomatoes into these halos. We've got the pot ready, we've got the compost in the front greenhouse. I will come in short there. I'm not too sure what I might put Black Russian and a beefsteak at the bottom of the corner there, and then I might go 5 Elsie Craig, 5 Alicante. I'm not too sure. I might put 5 Shirley in and 5 Alicante. I've brought them down. They're in the front greenhouse. They're not very big, but they're big enough. Anyway, this is done. Now I'm going to just move down to the back of the plot because I've got to level that bed out with the where I'm going to be putting the all year round collies in. But before I do that, I think it's having another drink of coffee. You're going to laugh, guys, but what we're doing here, you probably see these slabs. There's that new Makita jigsaw that I bought. I'm going to use it for the first time, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to cut a couple of these in pieces, and I'm going to make blocks so I can put little ramps into the greenhouse for the hedgehog. Now you think probably think I'm all mad, but I probably am mad. But Buttercup drinking out the bloody watering cans, at least the fresh water, guys. That she like. Having a good slurp there. Was that tasty, eh? Was that tasty? Right, well, let's get on here. I'm just measuring it out. So, yeah, just little blocks. They don't have to be perfect. Give me an idea where they are. I think 4 would be enough. Well, I think definitely worth what I paid for it. Right, so I've got my little blocks. Let's make me ramp. So do one on the other side, going up here to there. I think we're good to go. Trouble is, I need another bit of wood. That kind of sucks. Well, there's Buttercup testing out a new where everything is. I'll put a little mat there so she can sit on it. Food's right next to it. The other one, the water's next to. There's a ramp there, as you can see, that where Buttercup's backside is. That ramp there's for the hedgehog, so it doesn't try to climb up all over me bloody plants and me aloes. She's quite a big hedgehog as well. That's why we've had to stick the ramp in. Could have come in here a few mornings back in the day and she fell down there and she couldn't get back out. I've had to lift her out and send her on her way. I say she lives. See that water tank there? That's where she goes for the night time. So she runs across the path here and then runs in there and pinches Buttercup's tea. Right, we're done for now. We will be back later. You're going to see me putting the tomatoes in a moment or two. So we've got it all in now, all in place. Everything was ready for the tomato plants, and then I decided then to I wanted to cut the grass out on the front of my plot. I brought my strimmer down and I thought, if I don't do it now, I'm not going to be able to do it. So I went out there with the intentions of showing you me doing it. The trouble was, that particular morning, there's a wood chip dropped at the top of the allotments, and there was people going backwards and forwards with wheelbarrows. The guys pushing kids around in the prams. We had a delivery of compost come from to the shop. I got I managed to get another pallet. Once all the compost was unloaded, I claimed the pallet, so you're going to see that in the clip at the start. And got a couple of bags of compost, and you're going to see me what the plot looked like, the front of the plot looked like before we actually cut the grass. I was only just going to do in front of my plot, but I ended up doing next door neighbours either side of me, so it makes my plot look a bit better. I run out of steam, and what I was going to do was to do a bit more, but it is what it is. And it was a stupid idea to do it, because I ended up there's people coming over all the time asking, can you do this, can you help me here, can you help me there. I ended up giving one of my mates I think it was I forget the name of what the petrol strimmer was, what I give him. It was working. That was a big mistake, giving him the bloody petrol strimmer, because as soon as I gave it him, he started using it. I thought, oh my god, what an idiot. Should have given it him after you'd actually done what he was going to do on video. But so yeah, give him a strimmer. And in fact, let me show you what this is what I've been doing, so check this out. Well, this is my spoils from the compost which it was delivered on. I've got 6 of these now. A couple more and I can build my compost bins again. We get these delivered with the wood compost, and they make great composting bins. Underneath there's a couple of bags of clover. However, got a few jobs to do. Firstly, I need to cut this grass, and then I've got to plant my tomatoes, my Alicante and my Elsie Craig in the middle greenhouse. But now I've got to get this down there, and I've got to get the compost in there. Talk about hard work. I've got another 2 bags of compost there. I'll just shove them in here for now. It's a bit overkill on pots there. Tomatoes everywhere, more tomatoes there. I'm going to be putting them 2 tomatoes into the middle greenhouse shortly, along with the ones what are already in there, which are there, Alicante Elsie Craig. They'll be going in here. But before I do that, I've got to cut the grass out here, so I've got to move all this. Yeah, it never ends. Actually, I've got to go over to the other side of the allotments to get some petrol. I haven't got no petrol in the strimmer, which gives me the opportunity to bring a strimmer which I just promised someone they can have. I've got petrol strimmer over there. I don't need it. I've got about 4 or 5 of the buggers, so I'll give him that, and then I've got some room in my shed over the other side. But yeah, I've got to get these in there now, and then we'll get on with the cutting the grass. Today's been a very busy morning. Wood chips just been delivered, all the clover's been delivered, and it's not even 9:30. So I've shifted my car. I'm thinking just to do in front of my shed here, just do around my plot. However, I've got the energy. I'm going to come to here. Yeah, she's there, and go down to the other one. So I'm going to do probably three plots, one either side. There's too many people riding around, walking up and down with wheelbarrows. That's my mate Barry pushing his babby around the allotment, and I've got others up and down with the wheelbarrows. The horse manure, wood chips come, and the horse manure, and they're helping themselves. I've got my strimmer here, so I'm going to whack in front of here. So this is what it looks like. I'm not going to show you. I'll show you when I've done. You can see how it's all really high here, and I'll show you what it looks like when we've whacked it all back. Just letting it warm up, and we'll have after it. See, they're all going up there for the wood chip. There's not much left up there now. They've been at it for the last 10 minutes. There's probably dregs left in there in the bay. I did in front of mine.
done one further up there, and I've done this way, so I've done either side of me. That's the main thing. That strimmer there nearly killed me doing it. I try to do this and someone else now. I'll just give a strimmer away to my mate Steve, a petrol strimmer. And now someone else has come over, Dave. He's got a problem with his strimmer. He wants me to look at it. I've got to go over the other side of the allotments, do a little bit more strimming yet. On top of that, I've got to go and fix a bloody door on a greenhouse. So I tell you, I don't get 2 minutes to myself here, guys. You can see the difference in mine, and you look further up there, you can see how it's all. Everyone needs to come and cut the grass, but I've just done here. Dave's just going back with his strimmer up there. It's not starting proper. He's got 1 year old petrol in it, and he's wondering why it won't start. I said change the petrol out, run it neat, and then add some oil into the mix. Run it for a couple of seconds, and then to clean it out, and then add your oil, and it should be fine. But yeah, we've done next doors either side of me, so I've got a few more jobs to do here with this, but at the moment I'm just whacked out. I just wanted my tomatoes there. I've got to put them tomatoes in. I've just not got the time to do it. Here comes Buttercup, constantly getting stopped. What's up, babes? Hey? I know I've been ignoring you, haven't I? I'm sorry. Yeah. Oh, what was this strimmer falling? Yeah, when you use your strimmer, you want to drain the petrol out of it. Don't use you can't come on me knees, sweetheart, I'm busy. But yeah, take your petrol out, because it actually goes sour after a while. Yeah, it does, it goes sour. Eh? Yeah. No, she wants to sit on my knees, she can't. I've got, like I said, 1,000,001 things to do. Not enough time to do it, unfortunately. I need to sort that petrol, take that petrol back where I got it from. Never stops. I think I'll have a drink of coffee before I continue doing any more, but as you just saw there, it's all nice and flat to the ground now. That's how you should have it. I'm not raking the grass up, I'm just leaving it. It'll blow away. Give it with the wind what we've been having, it'll be halfway down the allotments, that in a bit. You won't even notice it. But yeah, that's what we've been doing. So yeah, we've cut the grass. It looks really nice out there. In the process of doing that, I was stopped so many times. Another mate of mine, David, who's a poster, he come over, he says, "Hey Mark," he says, as you probably heard in the clip, he said, "My strimmer's not working very well." And I says, let's hear it. So I started it up, it's going boom, you're making all sorts of noise. He says, "Is it new fuel?" He says, "No." So it's about 12-month old. I just stuck giving the strimmer. So go and empty the goddamn petrol out of it, put clean petrol in, run it for a minute, and then add a tiny bit of oil. Add the oil leak, what you need to put into it. So don't put the oil in at first. You want to burn the muck off the pistons. Anyway, he went and done that, and well, I heard it going. I hope it was his who's going, because it was working fine after he'd done that. But yeah, try to work it, get a strimmer to work on 12-month-old petrol. It degrades over after about 3 months. If you don't use it, you'll lose it. Anyway, I had to deal with that as well. So I thought that's enough. I'm getting off the front of the plot now, and I'm going to hide in my greenhouse and put my tomatoes in. That was a daft idea, because Buttercup had other ideas. Let me show you me putting my tomatoes now in this middle greenhouse. Well guys, you join me in here. I'm putting blasting my tomatoes into these elos now. What I'm putting in here is a bit of loam in each of these. 2 handfuls of loam, and then what we do, we got the proper compost. Like I say, it's very, very tight in here. Now we're using clover, and slowly filling them, trying not to get any of this compost in the water chambers. Bit difficult, but I think we should be okay. Bit more in there. Right, now, so this is the beef steak, so we're putting a beef steak here, and then Alicante, 5 Alicante, and then 5 Ailsa Craig, and right at the other end we're putting in a Black Russian. I shouldn't have given my mate that strimmer. He's driving me nuts now with it. Give him a petrol strimmer before. I've got a few of them, and I just had this spare one, and I wasn't going to use it, so I got rid of it. Give it to him. So there we go. Now use this here just to top it up. Just put a little bit in at a time now, just so I don't get soil into the reservoir here. Now you can, as I said in the last episode when I was doing the other side, you can plant these deeper. You can always plant tomatoes deeper. So there's my label, beef steak. Stick that in there so I know what that one is. And these Alicante are getting a bit, what's the name? They need water. You get a good soaking in a minute. I'll show you me doing this one, and then crack on. What I am going to do here, I'm going to water the top. Give them a good water. It's the first and last time I ever water there. Water the top of them. It's because it's the first time, and the roots don't go all the way down to the bottom. Now don't get me wrong, the capillary action will draw the moisture up this from the bottom, and it will get round the roots, but I say we're not messing about. And we're going to water the tops as well. Buttercup, you really are not helping. You little bugger you are. How do you expect me to do this when you are in the way, eh? Well, oh dear. Well, she's killing me, guys. I've got 4 more pots to do. I've got 3 Ailsa Craig and a black Russian, and I've got Buttercup right in the middle of the 2 of them. I'll probably get these 2 done, and I'll come back later, show you me doing the rest of them. I'm gonna have to, like I say, wait while she's finished. Put the tomato there. What I'm doing, I'm taking these bottom leaves off. They don't need them. I'm taking the suckers out. We don't need them. We want the plant to grow long, true and tall. Yeah, There's no moving buttercup when she doesn't want to move. And I'm just topping the planter up. We will water them in a bit and we'll get that capillary action going. All this lot in, all these bottom leaves I'm just taking off. They're taking the suckers off there. There's another sucker, another sucker. Like I say, we don't want to put the plant under due stress, but we've got to do it. There's, take that bit out there as well. Yeah, this is all clover that I'm using. Oh, what I've got here? Hey, dinner. Oh. Hey, go and get your dinner. Go on. Oh, you pain. You're not funny. Gonna get covered in muck, can't you? Eh? It's a bee, okay, buttercup, leave it. So, not only have I got buttercup in here, covering her in compost, I've got a bee buzzing around. So, this one here is the Black Russian. Again, just taking them side shoots, they're the first leaves, whip them out. So I'm going to have to lean over Buttercup here. She's not exactly helping matters. There we go, that's the Black Russian. Stick that label in there so we know what that one is. Well, we're on the home stretch here now. Again, just quickly take these side shoots out. If you move from there now after I've done this, I'll thump you. Have you never owned a cat like it? You little bug. Oh, yeah. I'll tell you what. You are going to get a kick up the backside. She waited until I've put the last bloody bit in there, and she's moved. Unbelievable. Right, I'll get these watered, tidy up in here, and she better run. So guys, here's my tomatoes in my middle greenhouse. We've got the Moneymaker down this side. I was going to put a Gardener's Delight and Moneymaker, but I decided just Moneymaker. This side, we're going with a beefsteak there, 5 Alicante, 5 Elsie Craig, and there's a Black Russian in the corner. So yeah, these are the ramps for the hedgehog. Buttercup's bowl there, that's where she sleeps for the night time. She likes to lie there, but she lies anywhere, as you know. The grapevine's coming to life in here as well. So this greenhouse is now complete. I'm just going to fill these 4 watering cans. These 2 sits there, 2 sits there. I water them once a day, and I do one of them does 6 halos. So you know, and you can actually add nutrients. I'm trying to think, but comfrey tea and all your tomato feeds and all that. Like, you can put them in there, tip it in there, and the plants get what they need. Like I said, I've just put these tomatoes in, so they're a bit tired. Obviously they've had a tough day. I should have got these in earlier, but I didn't. I left them. However, you can see these ones here, these ones what we put in a few days ago. Well, actually it'd be more than a few days ago now. It'd be close to a week now. There was a lot smaller than this when we put these in, and they're doing quite well. These ones, well, they're doing exceptionally well. Give them about 8 weeks and they'll be at the top of these canes. We'll take the tops out of them and hopefully we'll be getting tomatoes. So yeah, that's the middle greenhouse complete. It was hard work, I tell you. She waited until I put that last cup of soil compost into the halo before she buggered off. I didn't kill her, she's still there. In fact, she's in bed at the moment here, and she just had her tea. She was everywhere this week in my videos, driving me nuts. But the greenhouse now is completed, so I moved my attention to the back of the plot, trying to get away from everyone. And I cleaned around my pond, so you're going to see what the pond looked like before I tidied it up. You're going to see what it looks like after I tidied it up, so check this out. Well, today I'm going to do a bit of tidying up. I'm going to tidy the tops off these things here, and these planters on the top, they've all spent now. I'll leave the bulbs in the buckets. I'm going to take that stinging nettles out of the lemon balm there, and just do a little bit of tillevating round here. But all this stuff what you see coming round, this is all lemon balm. I like to let it come over the pond. Now you can see inside the pond where we smashed everything back last year, the yellow flag irises are coming back. We take it right back. There's a bit of moss there as well, which is good effects. But underneath these stones and in amongst, underneath there is like where all the frogs can go underneath. There's like a scaffolding board on a load of big cobbles, and there's all nooks and crannies underneath them boxes there, so I've got to be careful. But yeah, this is what it looks like now. We'll tidy it up in a bit, it'll look a lot better, I assure you. Well guys, we've tidied up around the pond, just cleared all the dead bits out. Inside them pots there was literally thousands of lemon balm seedlings. Literally thousands. They're all in that bucket there. Now I know they're quite expensive, them lemon balm. When you buy them in the shops, you know, you get them to about 4 or 5 inches tall, and you're selling for about £1.50. There was literally thousands and thousands. There's still a few in there.
There's a load in that one there which I can't reach at the moment, but we'll come to that. But yeah, all around the pond is lemon balm, self-seeding. But I'm going to stick some marigolds in here shortly, and some geraniums over the top of the spring bulbs. That's what we do. We don't take the bulbs, the spring bulbs out, we just leave them in the pots and just put the summer flowers over the top of them. Anyway, it looks a bit tidier here. Just pan out a bit more, there we go. And we haven't disturbed any of the frogs or tadpoles, like all underneath there, underneath, see that piece of wood, I don't know if you can see it, where these 4 planters are sat on. It's hollow and there's nooks and crannies underneath that for the frogs and tadpoles and newts and everything. The tadpoles, newts. So in a couple of months time that lemon balm will have cascaded over the pond here, and it'd be perfect for the frogs to grow into bigger frogs, and off it, hopefully they're up it, not too far away from the plot, and they take care of them slugs for me. Very windy today. I was contemplating on cleaning this bed, but I think I'll give it a miss today. I just put a lot of energy into doing that. Now I'm whacked.
Now, some of them geraniums I'm going to put into them planters which we emptied. We took lots of lemon balm. Honestly, there was that much lemon balm there what we pulled out, seedlings. We could have started a nursery ourselves with them all. But yeah, we cleared it all. It looks really nice, as you saw there. We will be going back to putting some flowers in there shortly, but apparently the temperatures are going to drop like a brick next week, so I'm keeping my eye on that. I'm not going to put the geraniums out too soon. Middle of May we might consider it. We took the covers off the dahlias as well, on the back of the plot. I've got fleece to go over them as soon as I start to see them come up, so you know there's no worries of me losing my dahlias because of the frost. The next clip I'm going to show you, a friend of mine, he's got a 16-foot greenhouse, and this door at the bottom of it flaps. There's no weight to hold the door. All the bracket, all the thing what was holding the door is all broken. So the wind blows the door and it breaks the glass, and I keep giving him glass. And I said to him a couple of weeks ago, I said, I'm going to fix that door. So I'm sick of having to keep giving you glass. I said, I'll come over one day and I'll fix the door. Anyway, he was asking me a couple of times. I said, I'm too busy, mate. Anyway, I got a break on Friday it was. I'd just done my mum's shopping for her. Come on, it was all quiet, so I got my tools and I went over to his greenhouse. He wasn't there, and I got stuck into it, and well, this is what I've done. Buttercup will sign off at the end of it after I've done it all. So let me show you what I've been doing. Well guys, I've just popped over to sort this bloody door out with George's. Now it's in the tracks all broke here. I'm using that aluminium there. I'm going to rivet it to the good bits. All this, it's all come off the door, swinging. But that's not the worst of it. The worst of it is up here. This should be fastened to that, and it needs to go. It needs the old lock needs lifting up. So that's something I've got to take care of before I start messing about with the door here. However, I don't know what he's done with it. He had some ladders, and I don't know what he's done with the buggers. That means I've got to go back over to my plotters, mess about with my ladders now, get them over. You know, it's starting to turn into one of them jobs. I spent an hour looking for the rivets to do the job, then another hour looking for the riveter. So, and yeah, we're going to be here a while. Right, we'll shift these out of the way, and I've got more space to work with. So yeah, we're going to fix the door. It should look okay when I finish. I mean, I'll make sure that it won't come out of the frame, but the doors the old greenhouse is leaning over. It's the top part's leaning left and the bottom part's more right, sort of from that way it's leaning that way, which made the door, you can see the gap in the door's narrower there, and it's wider up there. So, and there's nothing I can do about that unless I put something from corner to corner and pull it over. But if I do that, I just break the glass. You can see in that back panel up there how much it's at. If you look at that angle bit there, you see how it's about 20 milli there, and on the other side it's more like 60 milli. That's how much the greenhouse is out, and it's missing a panel there. Yeah, of course she's here. Where else would she be, guys? She's watching everything I do. Right, I'll clear this lot out of the way. Got my tools there. He's not here, so I'll get on with it. I'll have more chance of getting it done before he gets here. But keep talking, I'm never going to do it. So that's what we're going to do. My mate John over there digging away. Just let them openly leave me alone to get it done. Right, onwards and upwards. We will be back. That piece of angle there, that flat bar there, will be the rim for the door to slide in. Show you in a bit. I'll have to bring my bloody step ladder over so I can sort that bracket out up there first. Right, here we go. There's that cat. She's hunting down there, right at the end of the plot. She's sat there waiting for the mouse to come out. So we've managed to get that in there to lift the door. I'm getting blown all over there. So at least we got this part sorted. Now I've got to concentrate on the bloody door at the bottom, which is going to be the harder bit. So I don't need my ladders for now. Put them to one side. Now then, the trick is I'm going to put that along that edge there and riveting it. I'm going to have to take this bad bit out here. So I angle grind it out, and here, and the door will be able to slide without it falling out. That is the plan. Oh God, you're gonna let me do this and not torment me, eh? Eh? Oh dear. No, you can't go in there. Eh? Skadabs. She'll hide. This is my life. I'm to deal with Buttercup. Well, I'm trying to do jobs, but you can see how it's all broken off here. So we cut this bad bit out up to here. Hopefully we'll be able to slide the door inside there. This is all at the moment. The door's dropped down as well, which doesn't help. We're going to have a go at it anyway. See what I can do. I'll figure something out. I drilled a series of holes and put these blind rivets in. Them will push through into a rivet. I'm going to rivet that edge to there all the way along. I might have to skim a bit off the door there to make it slide in, because it gets up there it's going to get tight. That's because the door's all dropped down. There's nothing I can do about that other end. I've lifted it as high as I can get it. I've got the bracket in, at least it's square. But as you, I mean, the door itself is just not moving up the top. So anyway, I've got to decide now whether to cut that bit out and put that piece in, but we'll just check up here first, make sure everything's good before I do that. I suppose I could move them up a little bit higher, but it's still the wheels there. That wheel there is broke. He needs to replace the wheel, unfortunately. Well, you can believe it, it's starting to bloody rain. I've just got that one rivet to put in. You see the door's trapped behind this, so when I push this in, you try to do this with one hand. There we go. So we've got the rivets in. The door's still a bit tight sliding, but then again, the wheel up there is buggered. It needs a new wheel. Then it'll slide properly. But it stop it from blowing open and smashing like it keeps doing. I might run my grinder down that edge there and just make the gap a little bit bigger, because it's actually sliding along it. So I'll do that, and I think we'll be good to go. It should be able to open and shut it without too much problems. Opens and shut. You see the gap there now? The door slides in between it. There's like a lip on the bottom of the door, and it goes in that track. See there? So what I've done is to replace the broken bit so it can slide all the way along. See, if you look there, that's where it's all broken away and it was all lifting out. So what I've done is I've replaced it with this, nice and sturdy. And yeah, that bit there, these wheels, you're going to have to sort them out yourself. Oh well. But yeah, that's what we're doing. We've put that in there. We've took that piece out which was all broke. It was like flopping in the wind. And we put a bolt up there to stop the door from dropping down any further. I think what he needs to do now is get a wheel. See the way it's dropped down there, that gap, the wheel up there on that side's gone. So he needs a wheel. Good luck with that. But yeah, see how it moves. That's what you need. It's just very tight at the top because of the wheels broke. Oh well. Right, I'm going to put all this lot away before it gets absolutely saturated, and then get back over to the plot. What you say, Buttercup? Job a good un? Hey, what you say? Job's a good un? Yeah. There you go. She's happy with it. She's inspecting it. Hey, what you mean? I'm not picking them rivets up. He can pick them up himself. Yeah, it's a good job's all right up there as well. Yeah, are you happy? Ow. You are. Okay. Well, there we go. Buttercup's approval. I can live with that. So that greenhouse door now, it works, but it needs rollers. The rollers are broken in it because the door's being ripped off that much. It's actually broken one of the rollers. So he's ordered them, and I said, well, when you get them, it's it's easy enough fix, and you'd have a sliding door, proper sliding door. But yeah, we fixed it, and I think we did a good job with that. So yeah, that's what we've been doing this week. I did make another little clip. Basically, it was all the flowers that have been flowering around me allotment this week. I've added some music to it. Buttercup's going to introduce it to you all. So here it comes, guys. This is all the flowers that have been flowering around the allotments this week. So there you go. I hope you enjoyed the video. Like I say, I'm going to get off now. 10:06 in the evening now. I've got about, well, it's going to take me a few hours to render the video. I've got the clips all ready to go. I just need this footage here now, and edit it all together. Work on the thumbnail. I don't know what I'm gonna do, what I'm gonna put on the thumbnail, but I always give a little bit of information anyway. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. I tell you, it was hard work with Buttercup this week. She was everywhere, but I wouldn't swap her for anything. I say she's in bed at the moment. I'll swing the camera around now and give you a last look at Buttercup. So this is now Buttercup's all settled into the greenhouse. This is where she sleeps. There she is in bed. All the tomatoes are in. She's got her food. The hedgehog ramp's in there. Buttercup's in bed, and I'm going to head off and get this video edited. So with that, stay safe, guys. Thanks for watching the video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.